during, like, COVID time, we didn't necessarily have practice. Like, we had, like, our kind of group, we started doing our own, like, Friday Fundays where we'd pick, like, a hiking trail and we would run up it.
Yeah, so I
could not do that right now because it was, like, uphill.
My brother's, like, super into running, so he'd just go on Strava, and I don't even know what apps, and he'd create these, like, intricate routes for us throughout the woods, and I'd make a little mappy and I'd bring it, and, like, most time we would still get lost, but we did this
we
really...
talk about the one time.
Oh.
There was this one we decided to do, it was, like, a 10-mile loop, and, like, the first, like, 2 miles were, like, straight uphill.
It was like a lollipop loop.
And then it was just, like, normal trails or whatever.
There was a lake in the middle of the woods. There was a lake,
we jumped in it. Well, actually, I got pushed into it. But then we're, like, all wet, like, putting our shoes back on. We still have 5 more miles to go. And we're like, it's getting kind of late.
It's starting to get dark. It gets dark a little earlier in the woods, too.
Yeah, and so we started kind of, like, like, our group started, like, separating a little bit. So Shannon was, like, in the back. I had, like, just twisted my ankle. So I was like, okay, I'm going to chill out. Like, I'll run with Shannon in the back. And then there was, like, a fast group with, like, you, BJ, Lindsay.
And Lindsay had to get to work.
Maybe. Yeah.
So there were 2 cars.
So they're like, we're going to go, like, speedy and get to work. And they told,
so
whose fault was it? Like, Chanel and Katie?
So there was one last turn, and I grouped everyone together, and I was like, okay, at the bottom of the hill, turn left. I think they turned right at the bottom of the hill. So
they told us that you told them to wait for me and Shannon, because me and Shannon were the only ones without keys, without phones, like nothing. So they're like, we're gonna go sprint to the car, take Lindsay to work. You guys stay here, wait for Allie and Shannon, so that way you guys have a group of people with a phone and a key, and then you guys all go to the car, leave.
So essentially there was a miscommunication where one car didn't communicate with the other car, and my car was back, and then we called them and figured out that Katie and who was it?
Chanel.
Katie and Chanel never made it back.
But me and Shannon, we somehow, it's pitch black. We somehow make it back to the parking lot. We see that the car is gone. We don't have keys or a phone. Oh. And there's one dude in this empty parking lot sitting in his car. And we're like, okay, I guess we go to the road and hitchhike. Yeah, I'm not going to ask that guy.
They thought everyone left them. But anyways, Hannah Kelly and I went back, and we ended up finding the 2 of them in an abandoned parking lot in the pitch black, like an hour later. And we literally had, like, a whole search and rescue, but we did find them.
We made some rules of, like, what if we're going to do 10 miles, we have to start earlier.
Someone has to have a phone in that group. But
it was fun.
Sounds like
regardless of that.
But yeah.
At least no one died.
Y'all should do trail runs. You should plan some. They're fun.
Yeah. You know, we should do one up Old Rag.
Yeah, we need more things.
I did Old Rag sunrise hike one time. I woke up at midnight, drove there, got there at 2 a.m., hiked it. Prettiest sunset I have ever seen in my entire life. Because you're, like, above the clouds. It's so high up. So cool. Highly would recommend.
Wait, who pushed you in the lake for reference?
BJ. There's a video.
We all jumped in willingly.
It's actually on my... Yeah, we jumped in willingly, but before we jumped in willingly, he pushed me in. And there's a video on my Instagram of him pushing me in.
It was pretty, though. It was so cool. Go to Emerald Lake or Pond.